What's up YouTube, Mr. Lemon here, and today we're going to be doing the Lightning Sorceress guided playthrough. Chain Lightning specifically, but essentially lightning into Chain Lightning and having fun down that tree. This is one that I don't think I've done in LOD or D2R, surprisingly. I've always gone down the Nova path if I'm in Lightning, or in the Lightning tree, or obviously, you know, we've done multiple Fire and Cold, but I don't think I've just done Lightning, Chain Lightning kind of straight up, which is surprising because it's actually a very good spec. So we will hop on in and get rolling, of course. Where's my, there it is. Of course, I like to start out typing /players8. I can show that over here. You type /players and you can choose between 1 and 8. Players 8 will increase the difficulty of the game as if there's 8 people in it. So the monsters have a lot more life and deal a little bit more damage and, you know, all those pieces. But you also get way more experience. So it just kind of ends up being worth it a lot of times because it allows you to power level a little bit more. So that is why I do prefer and enjoy that. We'll discuss the character and the tree a little bit right here. So obviously, we don't start out with a lot of strength and vitality, tons of energy. We'll mostly be jamming vitality. We'll want to get our strength up to 25 so we can wear belts that have 12 potion slots. So that'll be around, you know, 10, 11, 12, something around there. We'll start putting those points in there. Otherwise, mostly Vita, but I might go a little bit of energy early on just to get some mana. A lot of people, this is one of the things where people go and they like watch guides and they're like, the guide says never put any points in energy. And it's like, yes, like you shouldn't put points in energy in your end game builds. But early on, points in energy are actually really nice. It's a lot of help, like added mana early, especially for the Sorceress. And that really helps you out there. So I am a big proponent of, you know, it doesn't have to be a ton, 5, 10, 15 points in it. And you get a lot of added mana there. And it can be really nice. So we'll go ahead and do the Den of Evil here in a second. You also want to look for a 2 open socket armor if you can for stealth a little bit later on. But you can see just how much experience we gain like for every kill here. And we'll pretty much just run down this line for the tree of going straight down. Though we will get a little bit over into static field here. And there's a 2 socket armor. Perfect. So we will have a little bit in the static. But you can see like Charge Bolt does benefit from or Lightning and Nova and Chain Lightning, and these all 3. So here, here, and here, all of these benefit this, and then of course Lightning Mastery as well. So nice and easy. We'll start off, and you know what? I said I would do it, so let's do it. We'll put 5 points into energy right off the bat and get a little bit of a boost right there. And we just wanted to get a little bit of gold. The throwing knives were really helpful. So pretty much just going to load up on some mana potions and stamina. And I will drop to players 1 down here, mostly out of annoyance. Trying to kill like players 8 gargantuan beasts and stuff can just be a hassle. So we'll go ahead and drop for this because it is a clear every single thing. If you want to stay on a higher player count, you can. And you can also go players 3. You could go players 5. You could go whatever you want. If you had a lot of gold, you could also try and shop a plus to charge bolt staff, right? +1 to charge bolt costs 1,210 gold. Really not too bad. I didn't have that much gold, but if you did, you could maybe find one of those, and then that would help you, and you could be a little bit of a higher player count here, you know. We're going to come down here and try and snipe this shaman. Okay. Then we'll go back up here and look around. Perfect. This is the MVS punishment run, yes. Why late stream? Today was family day, so we went to the park and went around, went out for dinner, saw some friends, etc. Okay, so we'll go more vitality and more charge bolt. Grail is finished. That video is up on !YouTube. The conclusion video for it. 58 hours, 22 minutes, and 47 seconds. Crazy. 1 to every single item found.
Do you have a Poison Nova build guide? Thinking of making one.
Yes. I have !guides. You can find all of my guides on Icy Veins. But if you want like a full guided playthrough of it, like you don't just want to do it at the end, you want to like play through the game. I also have a Poison Necro guided playthrough. That'll be on YouTube where I'm doing all that. But if you just want to see like more of the end game pieces, then Icy Veins has... I write all the guides there for Diablo 2. How many subs for Poison Dagger playthrough? Like through hell too with that? It's cruel. Sure, we'll go like this. Add in this. 3 monsters remaining. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay. We'll go back to town. So yeah, you can find the leveling portion of it on there, or you can find just like the you know, end game gearing and budget gearing and whatever on Icy Veins. Okay, so we'll get more potions and get a couple staminas and another skill point to charge bolt. I'll go back to players 8 and we can continue. Mercabra, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Do I get paid for my seat? Yes. Yeah, it's a nice little, you know, always good to have small sources of passive income, even if they aren't massive.
Move. GG on the Grail.
You know, again, a lot of my, thank you very much, Coldfire. A lot of my income isn't like one giant source, right? Where it's like, oh, I got paid, you know, $8 grand from this and what, right? It's like a lot of my income is $5 here, $100 there. This person bought a shirt, $7 from the shirt, and it's just kind of all over the place. Okay, we'll keep going here.
Here's some income.
Thank you very much for the income. Okay, now at level 6, we could look at like 1 in Frost Nova. We'll also want 1 into Telekinesis at some point. I can also just respec a little bit later, and we can just really go hard still on Charge Bolt. So I think I'll do that. I'm just going to keep going Charge Bolt. It's really one of those, you can either in your early path here, go Charge Bolt all the way full, pretty much, or run, you know, a point in Frost Nova, save a couple points early, and then start like getting some static field and kind of pumping it that way and having that be your damage. Both of them are decent, but I think it's easier just going this way. Goff with the receiving touchdown? The heck? Wait, what? Who threw it? I mean, I know they love to do weird things. Montgomery probably threw it, right? Because he used to be a quarterback. Yeah, that makes sense. They love that stuff. 1 staff with 1 to charge bolt. Perfect. And this one's 1 to charge bolt, 1 to firebolt, 1 to frozen armor. Honestly, even better. We also got Strangling Gas Potions, which is great. I was about to say, for Rakinishu, if you can get some Strangling Gas Potions, it's very helpful. Otherwise, you're hitting him, but he's hitting you back twice as hard, you know? Okay, we'll just keep going Charge Bolt here, and we'll jam up our Vitality. And we will launch some Strangling in. There's some more Strangling. Also, we have multi-shot Archers. So one thing that I didn't really note before, but you might have noticed, is I'm really focusing on these Archer packs. Or not these Archer packs, these boss packs. Blood Grumble. Right. The minions and the boss themselves. So Rakinishu is also a boss pack, of course. He's a super unique. But the super uniques and the non-super uniques all, I'm focused on these. And the main reason is they are a higher level. And they give 300 or 500% experience, excuse me. So mix this with the player's 8 and you can basically just like go mob group to mob group, right? Boss group to boss group, leveling up. It's just kind of a more efficient way to move through. No, they took it back. That's horrible. Man, that's so sad. Refs ruin everything. So there was another boss group. And I do chip away, of course, at just like groups of mobs as well. We're level 9, so I'll start getting some strength. The question for a new Grail is always Enigma or Infinity. And the answer is really dependent on what you have and are playing. If you're playing a Sorceress, and pretty much just a Sorceress, get that Infinity, right? If you are playing other characters, or even like a Javazon, I knew that's a dead end. Get that Infinity. If you're playing other characters, a Paladin, a Necromancer, you know, whatever, right? Mosaic Assassin even. Go ahead and get yourself Enigma first. It'll speed you up more. Okay. And we'll just continue with Charge Bolt. And we'll go ahead and start putting points into strength like we talked about. Level 10, 11, 12, we can start doing that. This will also open up 3 to mana.
Hardcore.
This is not hardcore. This will also open up some gear wearing for us now. I've played once or twice. Why'd I stop playing PD2? I guess I got tired of playing it a little bit. Like, it was fun, but it gets too spammy in the end game. Even more so than regular D2, you know? Like, that's one thing I love about regular D2. It goes to that line, I would say, where it starts to get very fast, but it doesn't cross the line until, besides Mosaic Assassin. With the exception of Mosaic Assassin, I don't feel like it ever crosses the line, really. And what I mean by that is there's still, like, a bit of danger in some ways. There's still, like, you're able to see things pretty well. But PD2 and Mosaic and Path of Exile and all of those just cross that line where they jump over that kind of good feeling, for me at least, and turn into just like mass spam blades. You know, you shoot and it bounces every direction out of everywhere, and it just gets like too much. It just gets too much and too ridiculous for me, plain and simple. 3 to charge bolt. Wow. Well, we can't turn that down. Fantastic.
Hello.
I'm going to go ahead and save a couple chips. You can also use them. Not everybody is always using their gems. 5 life, 10 light res. There's also tons of great stuff like this you can shop early on that can be nice. But you can also use your chip gems. Like here I have a chipped sapphire and a chipped ruby. If I found a 2-socket helm from the shop, which I could go back and forth to town and back and it'll reset the vendor, I would put those both into a helmet and get some extra life and mana early on, because that really is helpful. If you can see anything on your screen in PoE, it means your build is bad. Yeah, exactly. And I felt like PD2 was getting a little bit there as well. So again, there's still plenty of fun to be had. It's hard to say exactly in that way because I do enjoy it, but at the same time, I get a little tired of it, I find, when the game starts moving that quickly. Let's see if we can find a boss group at all. Or you could also do 2 topaz in a helm if you want, of course. Get some early magic find. Maybe it'll help you pick up some Sorceress boots or something, you know? Like, there are a lot of good, things that you can do with the early gems. Because the gems, they aren't that important to really keep. Surprise, suspense, and the feeling of being in danger are core to this game. I would say they're pretty much core to like all ARPGs for me to truly enjoy them. And once I lose that piece, then it falls off. And sometimes you have it, but in the wrong, like, terrible way. So by that I mean, like, a lot of times the death I was going to have, I have in PoE. We'll go 5 more to strength and put on our new belt. It surprises me. I die, but I can't even tell why I died, because it's like the monsters are also just, like everything is blowing up one way or the other. And that's also not that fun, So,
Impossible.
Move.
Thank you, killer. So it doesn't work both ways for me.
I can't.
And I'm going to go more energy, actually. Because lightning is a little bit mana intensive.
Impossible. Not enough mana.
So also make sure you change down to players 1 before you kill the Countess. Increases the chances of getting more drops. In that case, we didn't, but Big love from Quebec. Well, thank you very much. Hello, hello, Quebec.
Good day.
And we'll just make a lot of room for these as well. You can also take a look for a staff. Here you can see this one is 1 to lightning for 16,000. Let's see if we can find one that doesn't have the blaze and is a little cheaper. Doesn't look like it. However, we have 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. I think we're just short. So that'd be 8, 93, 14. Yeah, we're like 1,200 gold short. I could sell the Tau rune and we could get the +1 to lightning. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it, baby. Now, I need Tau rune. Tau plus F equals... I guess I could have also rolled a wand. Nah, that probably would have been better. And then yeah, whatever. I don't have a cube yet. Never mind. Sorry about the Cowboys. Yeah. No. Tau plus F equals stealth, and I do want stealth.
I am overburdened.
However, Tau runes drop pretty well from the Countess. About 50% of the time you're going to get one. I'm also going to continue with energy. And you might be saying, Mr. Lama, that is a lot of energy that you are continuing with here. And I say, yep. I told you guys, energy is very strong early on. Because now I'm not sitting here with like 45, 50 energy being like, oh my god, I'm constantly out, you know. I'm sitting here with much more. I have 91 mana. And the more energy you have, the higher chance that you get a potion crit. So health potions crit from vitality, and mana potions crit from energy. And the more energy that you have, the higher chance that when you drink a mana potion, it'll actually give you double the value. Well, that's nice. Trog. What gloves do you recommend for level 65 paladin? Which kind of paladin is it? Is it a zealot? Is it a Foden? Is it a Hammerden?
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Fun fact. Potions crit. Losing's one thing, but letting Dowdle just go off on you, bro, I know. That was the worst part. Rico just had a field day against us, which, like, of course he would. We have the worst defense in the league. We have the best offense in the league and the worst defense in the league. You know?
Moo.
Take my Bezos bucks.
Down to players 1. Thank you, Matt Canada. And this was supposed to be our free game, though. Hey, there you go. Taleth, just like we talked about. Cowboys have 5 Super Bowls. Thank you very much. You watch your mouth.
Hello.
Perfect. So we're level 15. It's 17 that we can use this, but we can always just make it early. So you always want to make your stealth in a 2 open socket armor that is gray socketed. Remember, not blue mechanics, but gray socketed. And we get 25 faster run, 25 faster cast rate, 25 faster hit recovery.
When?
All
98.
amazing. Okay, nobody needs a lot of talk from the chat right now that's unnecessary. My goodness. It's a just might benefit from grief damage. Yes. Right, did Trog say?
I can't.
Again, for all guide advice, exclamation mark guides. Like obviously I can still answer some things here, but exclamation mark guides, I literally wrote. I spent weeks, months writing up every single Diablo 2 guide for basically every character and build that exists in the game. They're all there. So, if you're like, what gloves should I use? Like, I've got not only the best gloves, I've got budget gloves, alternative gloves, gloves for Ubers versus when you're doing, mapping, like general content versus whatever, right? Like, I know it's fun coming right from my mouth, but there's a lot there. I got a lot over there to help. So I'm sorry if I missed what you're saying. I'm not upset with you. I'm just sharing that. I got a lot over there. Weeks? Can't you just tell Chat GPT to summarize? Jesus. Like I say, the worst part is people then type in like how to build a Hammerden. Chat GPT goes to my guides and a bunch of other bad guides, steals it all, and then regurgitates it in a worse form to people. And they don't even come see my guide because Chat GPT told them the garbage. Oh my gosh, we have had so many lightning enchants. It's awful. Talking trash about max roll? No? Also, they also make great guides.
Long gone now.
They just make slightly different guides than I make. I'm saying there are plenty of other bad guides out there, though.
I can't.
Challenge run, ask AI to make you a swap guide. The problem is it'll probably be impossible. It'll be like, level 10, get teleport. This is a very good skill that'll help you move quickly through the game. And we'll go more Vita. True Cyber. Horsey.
I can't.
What was that on the screen? Twitch was like, you know what we need? Horses eating purple popcorn. AI horses eating purple popcorn blocking the screen.
I can't.
And you know what? They were kind of right, I guess, because people love it. The most annoying, awful thing. They all go crazy for the horses. It's awful. I estimated my first mosaic, it's a Diablo 3 build. Yep. Did they realize how it would play? I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't play fun or well if it wasn't constantly having uptime, but constantly having uptime needed to have a lot of tweaks.
Impossible.
Because just constantly blasting is insane, you know?
Impossible.
Do you have any chance to protect your content from Chat GPT? No, I don't believe so. It feels like there should be like something where you can set it so it's not like they can't just go steal, you know, your guides and stuff, but they do anyways. There's no real punishment that gets, you know, pushed down. So even if there was some way where you could be like, these pages are banned from training, it'll just come out later on. Oh yeah, they still were going there, and then they'll be like, here's your $200,000 fine, Google. And they're like, oh no, you know, like it's no real punishments anywhere.
I need mana. Impossible. I can't carry anymore.
There supposedly are no bot meta tags. Yeah, but I don't think the bots actually respect them.
This place chills me to the bone.
Again, it's like you can have all these things to try, but without real enforcement or real punishment, companies don't care. And companies have learned that there's no real punishment anymore, you know? So why would they bother? Is there a build where I can just comp stomp my way through hell without really struggling? Hell is hard. Trap Assassin
It's locked.
and maybe Hammered In are probably your two best like stompers. There's also
Not enough mana.
the Javazon, but the problem with Javazon is she is going to really struggle in Act 3.
Impossible.
She has like one weak spot, and it's really hard. So you won't have much stomping there.
I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Blitz Source is good, but runs into all the elemental issues on like a playthrough through the game. So I think you can't recommend that as much. Sorceress is kind of tough, actually. Like, she's very good. Obviously, she has teleport all this.
I can't
But
carry anymore.
sorceresses are pretty fragile and run into a lot of immunity issues, so...
Moo.
Hi Llama.
Hello. Thank you, fantastic. Summon Necro is not really going to comp stomp. He will, like, make his way through the game, but slower.
I can't.
What's the element resist per difficulty? I mean, every monster has its own resistances, so... I just got to hell on Trap Assassin. Everything seems to be immune, and my Merc keeps getting KO'd. You'll want to get a lower resistance charges wand. Okay, we'll go down to players 1 for Andariel here. Do a little more Vita. Orb Hydra is also decent, but yes, Sorceress is just a little glassy. Just a little bit. I mean, again, there's various reasons people despise AI. My biggest reason is it just is stealing and then spitting out garbage.
Has fallen.
Andariel is now dead. We will move on. There's a clap. Like, again, I write guides, post them up. AI goes and scrapes them and then posts worse versions of them themselves. People don't then come and visit my guides. Instead, they just will read the garbage slop that got posted and then move forward. And that just is... right? Like, they're stealing from me. They're stealing from other artists. So, like, if you create content online, you're just getting stolen from, basically, right? Okay, so we'll go back to players 8. Go out to Act 2. And move forward. Level 17. Feeling good, looking good. Yes, Tones. For instance, you aren't going to find diadems on every monster because diadems are TC87s. Additionally, the chance for a unique diadem is lower than the chance for a set, which is lower than chance for rare, than magic, than white, right? All right. We've got chain lightning now as well. Thanks, Super Korean. So, chain lightning can be nice in scenarios. We need to build it up a little bit. It's a little bit weak right now. So we'll need a few points in it. But having just straight lightning to shoot through is also just super helpful. So it kind of depends how all the mobs are positioned and stuff as well. See if we can find any chain lightning here. 1 to static, 10 to energy, 8 to life. That is nice. 10 energy is 20 mana. A point in static is also helpful. You'll get sets more often than uniques. Lightning is going to be better for the single target. Because again, lightning has a higher damage, but isn't bouncing. But if you can set the lightning to go right through a bunch of mobs, then that's going to be stronger. Chain lightning really works well when you've got this like spread here, right? Now I'm hitting all these mobs instead, you know, but if I can get them all lined up, then I can shoot a single bolt and then it pierces and, you know, goes that way. So and we're on the next D2 letter reset. It just happened a week ago. So you got a little bit of time. 6 lightning res. Sure. Go ahead and get rid of some of these. If you want to refill your tomes, you can always sell and rebuy right there. Again, that is very tempting. And it just automatically fills it up, which is nice. I don't have any fast run walk boots, but I have stealth, which gives me 25 faster run walk, which is one of the reasons stealth is so good. Fast run walk is not just good to like move quickly through the game, right? A lot of people think, oh yeah, if you're speed running, stealth's good, whatever. But having faster run walk just allows yourself to get into positions and escape getting hit and run through mobs, and it's so useful for proper positioning. Oh, I have level 18. I didn't even realize. That's right, because we got chain lightning. So we'll go ahead and go get teleport here soon. I may actually just respec even, because I do want to shift over and do a couple other skills. So there's kind of like two options here, right? The first option is, I'll just save quit. The first option is we go get this final bit of level. We get to 19. We go do Radamant, and then we get a skill point there, and then we take teleport, right? The second option, and that's if you want to save your respec, you can do that because all our skills otherwise are in an okay spot. Second option is burning one of our respecs. We'll have 3 respecs in total, and that can just be totally fine. So I'm going to... do I want to point in Frost Nova as well? I'm going to say yes. So I'm going to go 1 point telekinesis, teleport, static, Frost Nova, and Frozen Armor. Those are the 5 points that I'm going to put 1 point wonders in. Some people would say, why not warmth? Well, 30% mana recovery rate is pretty garbage. It just doesn't really matter until you have a really high mana pool and a lot of plus skills, which is like endgame more. So we're going to stay out of that tree. This is all we're going to get in this tree. And then the rest we will go into Chain Lightning and Lightning. So this will be here. Totally fine. We'll go up to 25 strength again. I'm going to go to 50 energy still. And then the rest into Vitality. So that will, you know, drop our damage a tiny bit. But totally fine. And let's see if we can get chain lightning. Nope. Plus to blaze. Totally fine. Oh, I also have 4 skill points remaining. So the remaining ones we can put into... we could go into Nova if we want. Or Charge Bolt. Doesn't really matter because Nova helps both of these. Lightning helps charge bolts. Let's go ahead and go... 1 point Nova at least. We can go Thunderstorm. Yeah, we'll just go Nova. That's fine. We could also save those points, then every level up put 1 into Lightning, 1 into Chain Lightning. But, you know, it's all good. It's all good.
Not enough mana.
Right now, getting a, trying to get a staff. I already have a staff with +1 to lightning. Trying to get a staff with like chain lightning would be too expensive. I cannot afford that at this point. However, I could now start to maybe get close to afford it. 3 mana per kill. That's pretty nice, actually. Mana per kill is a very useful stat.
I can't.
bounce her chain lightning around. Yeah, I can reroll that orb if I want. So
Move.
blue orbs can be really helpful here. This gives me more energy, which I like over here. And we'll continue with Chain Lightning, since that's going to be kind of our main. Also, if you are looking to pick up gold, armors, staves, wands, scepters, etc. can all be really nice. So you will see me
Impossible.
focus in on those a little bit more. Beetles have really nice experience. Yes, they can be a little bit deadly, which is their downside, but really, really juicy experience. So a lot of times you will see me going after them as well. Scarabs is correct, yeah. Beetle scarabs. Call it whichever one you want. The tough thing is I can reroll this orb, but it's also 10 energy, which is just so nice. It's really hard to reroll 10 energy. We'll keep going here with more vitality. Have you ever found a telly staff dropped by enemies? I mean, yeah, like telly charges. Sure.
Impossible. Impossible. I need mana.
So in a straight hallway, usually makes pretty good sense to just run lightning.
Not enough mana.
So I can run chain lightning now around here as there's a lot of stuff. Also, again, we are picking up chip gems.
I can.
So we can use those for re-rolling, and I'll show that a little bit later. And again, more minions. They do take a little bit, but 500% experience. What do you want from me?
I need mana.
What do you want from me?
I need mana. I can.
That guy did not want to die. Okay. And this is also, again, a good reminder that over-leveling is generally a pretty good thing to do. There is such thing as getting like way too high of a level where you're not really getting any benefit from an area anymore. But while you're still gaining experience in areas, over-leveling is really great. And it'll just make the game easier for you. So never feel bad like, oh no, I need to move forward. I need to stop farming and, like, get your farm on.
Hello. Impossible.
We'll do that. We got these guys.
Moo.
No telly saw run when.
No telly. Oof. Pick up a little bit there. I think we just did one, right?
Welcome to my shop.
Didn't we just do that not too long ago? Alright, I will sacrifice my 10 energy for a chance on a roll. So you can see we have all these chip gems. And you're like, why do you have all these chip gems? Well, if you take a blue weapon and you use 3 chip gems on it, you will actually re-roll it, and there's a chance you could roll it into something that's really useful, such as plus to chain lightning when you're using chain lightning. Right? It'll re-roll it and add sockets to it. So you can use this on wands, on staves, on scepters, on orbs, whatever you want like that. And like I say, maybe you hit, chain lightning. And here you can see I got chain lightning and I need it. But if I had rolled something like meteor on it or whatever, I could just save it and then sell it for a bunch of gold later. And it's a nice way to pick up a bunch of gold as well. So even if you don't get what you're looking for there, it can be a great way to get a bunch of gold. And then you can go to Drognin and you can just buy what you want, right? Like, don't gotta always roll it.
I need mana. I need mana. Not enough mana.
So streamer client though, of course we're gonna get it.
Impossible.
And this is also where I'm talking about, like, you can over level a little bit if you want, right? Here you can see I'm farming Beetle Burst. If I want, I can kill Beetle Burst, quit the game, come back in, kill Beetle Burst again. Quit the game, come back in, kill Beetle Burst again. Right? Like,
Not enough mana.
go level, go kill things. Especially on these power characters like this, that can really kill a lot of stuff. It's kind of one of the big benefits is these characters, you don't have to sit forever and stuff and wait. Like, they can just do it pretty quickly.
Impossible. Impossible.
And if you want, you can use those other skill points we put in
I need mana.
for a little, like, Frost Nova, static down, So Frost Nova can always be super useful for just some good crowd control.
I need mana. I need mana.
42,000 P gems for a 60% chance of a J mod. Not bad.
I can't.
It's the most efficient way to get it. Is just buy a bunch of P gems and roll. Yep.
I need mana. I sense strong magic within this place. I need mana. Who would have thought
Let's go ahead and
such
grab that.
primitive beings could cause so
And
much
go back.
trouble?
Approach and let's trade.
We'll get more mana potions. This is going to be a, mana intensive journey. So just be aware of that. Hey, Josh.
Hey Llama. Did you finish the Grail? I've been super busy and haven't been able to follow other than seeing you doing TZ Andy. What
Yep.
happened there? Ha ha.
We finished the Terrazone Andy Grail in 58 hours and 22 minutes.
Not enough mana.
How was Family Day? It was great. It's always great.
Impossible. I can't. Not enough mana.
Beautiful.
Not enough mana.
Alright, we'll go more Chain Lightning. Now, one unfortunate thing about Lightning and Chain Lightning, and it's literally just Lightning and Chain Lightning, is they do have worse FCR frames. So you can see that, you know, I actually cast slower. And that can be a little bit awful. But Arcane Sanctuary is actually a pretty nice area for us, as monsters just kind of line up for easy kills there. Josh West with 5 gifted. Thank you, Josh. My goodness. Looking all smart with those glasses. Do what I can. Try and fool ya. Yeah, sub 60 hours was nice. If I could swap one character's tree to another, who would I swap and why? Ah, man, I don't even know. We'll go ahead and save that because it's worth so much money. Yo! Anatidophobia! With the 5 gifted subs as well. Double kisses. Speedrunner would have a timer. Yeah.
Impossible.
Well, this is a guy to play through. Goodness gracious. Love for both of these beautiful fellas here. 10 out of 10. Pronunciation. Man, we tried. We got a tier rune. Something that can be nice is just pop in a tier rune right here, or you can get a 2-socket helm, put tier runes there. Tier Ral in a helm can be nice. You know, really just looking for ways to get some extra mana, and mana on kill is wonderful. So you can just use it there. This is not Diablo 2 Resurrected.
Good day.
No, it is. Paladin combat shield for Holy Shield on everybody. So good. Holy Shield is like brokenly strong. Beautiful.
That couldn't have been hoped.
Alright, let's go.
I can't.
What about Terrazone Pindle Grail? I mean, that's more like a regular Grail. The whole thought was Terrazone Andy is super busted. And she is.
Impossible.
And we got to see it. There's a lot of ghosties.
Impossible. Impossible.
A lot of ghosts right there. Another Ethrun as well. Do another TZ Grail to check if it was a dud. Like I said, we could maybe do another TZ Grail where I start with a fully stacked character. I think we could go 30 hours.
I can.
I mean, one thing to note is kill speed is a massive factor, and I'm going to have a much faster kill speed than most with like dedicated characters right for her and stuff. So that plays a big role in like how good she is as well, right? If you're able to play well and really like take advantage, you can. If I started a full stack character, what would I use? I mean, it would be kind of similar to what I had going there, but Sorceress Torch, some Sorceress Skillers, MF. Maybe I'd run a Phoenix. I'd have to like check and see how that feels.
Not enough mana. I can. I need mana.
Come on, let's make some space. Alright, we'll plug it in. And kill some dudes here. Okay, now, some things to note. Number 1, every thawing potion you drink will be 30 seconds of cold res. So I now have 30 seconds. I'll go down to players 1. 2, static is very, very, very good against bosses. And then you can just kind of teleport to the other sides a couple times. Bingo, bingo, bongo. Duriel's down. It also adds 10 max cold res, but I didn't. I have 0 cold res right now, so it only put me to 50.
Diablo and Baal have escaped me. Next time, vengeance.
Good day.
Okay, we can sell some things. Lightning res, small charm, 7 to mana. Both of those are useful. Life res, mana. I like all those. I guess actually we'll chug the manas there. Grab that. Alright. And let's move to Act 3. I could also get a mercenary. Yes.
Good day.
And I would say a mercenary is workable on this character because one of the things, 2 to chain lightning, but it costs 342,000. It's kind of the slight issue you start getting into here. 2 to chain lightning for 99,000. 1 to chain lightning, 1 to enchant. So you could definitely shop some things, and 100k is not impossible to get. I mean, again, remember what we talked about before, where we can literally re-roll things. So this cost me 1,300 money, and now it's +1 chain lightning. Wow, I just keep rolling chain lightning. So I can sell it for 15,000, right? Or I can save it for even more money in the future. So I've got this to sell. I've got that to sell for money. Like, we definitely could do enough of those rolls where we could get to using buying that +2 chain lightning. But I have 1 chain lightning already here. So, you know, kind of up to you there. I don't really want one of these. Let's go ahead and grab an Act 2 Mercenary. That's not it. Higher and no blessed aim, so we'll go ahead and grab a prayer. We have an armor for him. Chance for Frost Nova when struck is actually pretty nice, so we'll go ahead and give that to him as well. We now have 2 Chance for Frost Novas when struck. And we'll go back here really, actually, and just get like a scythe. Sure.
I'll put that to
All right.
use.
And we'll just start with that. Just something nice and simple.
I need mana.
He can do a little bit of damage. Oops. We do want to be in players 8 again, so this is players 1 still.
I need mana. I need mana.
But for the most part, he is here to tank for us and
Impossible.
provide a little prayer aura, which is nice, and Frost Nova because he has that chance for Frost Nova proc on 2 pieces of gear.
I need mana. I can't.
Unless for some reason mercenaries can't proc it.
I can't. I can't.
Heratli sells halberds, which are more damage. Yeah, my thought is I'll just get a pike in Act 4 soon enough. But I could have gone there. She was just
I can't.
a little further away. Okay, Spider Cavern. I do want to be careful
I need mana.
here as Sark. So remember, you can always give potions to your mercenary.
I need mana.
With control or shift 1, 2, 3, 4. So
I don't sense any magic about this item. Very strange.
okay. And 12 light res. I will happily take that.
I need
And
mana.
we'll grab the waypoint. And we do have a pass through to the Flare Jungle. Lucky for us.
I can't.
Dark.
I need mana.
Now I do have low fire res, so I do have to be careful as well because the shamans will just pound you for having low fire res. So always be careful about that. And your mercenary as well. You can see I've got him in the middle there. And he just took a little too much, so not a big deal. Grab a ring mail, grab a chain mail. Another point in chain lightning. Thank you.
I need mana.
Typically I do not,
I need
surprisingly.
mana.
There's a little bit of fire res. I mean, we're finding great charms. Really, really nice charms. Your chance hits high, but only seem to land hit like 25% of the time. The monsters are probably walking away from you, and that's probably causing some issue. You really got to make sure the monsters aren't moving away, or you'll just kind of get stuck. Oh, they also have block chances there, so maybe they're just blocking you. You're not a high enough level. Do you think a Chain Lightning Frozen Orb Force could finish Hell? Yeah. I mean, you can beat Hell with naked with like whatever you want. I beat Hell with Arctic Blast Druid, so you know, you can really do anything. Do I its Energy Shield? I will not be running Energy Shield for this. You can, but I'm going to not, mostly because on a playthrough, you really don't have the spare points. Like, you're using all your points. Once you get super high up and you have enough points to go max, 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 then you can, like, put some extra point. You know, you can have a couple extra points here and there, but any points there are just completely lost damage for me. Arctic Blast was great. I had a blast with it. Heh. Nice.
I can't carry anymore. I must take this performance.
Never forget the first Blaze Diablo kill. Oh my god, hysterical. Truly amazing.
I can't.
I didn't change my clock, I just adjusted the files so that it always rolled Terras on Andy.
I can't.
I have a video how to do it on my YouTube.
Not enough mana.
It's really nice. I mean, Nova is definitely a little bit better just in these scenarios, but this also moves decently well.
I can't carry anymore. I can't. I can't carry anymore. Not enough mana.
Chain lightning around.
Not enough mana.
I mean, ultimately, there is very few things in this game I have not done.
Not enough mana.
We've done a good amount. And it's still fun? Surprisingly, yeah. Surprisingly, still have a good time. Unless I cast it right in their preference. You don't know. No, it's just the monsters get hit when they move underneath, and even then they don't always get hit. 28 cold res, I'll take over 5 energy. 10 energy, I will take over 12 light res, though. That's a lot of energy. Ooh, that's just 10 light res, really. A little poison res. Maybe worth holding, but...
Greetings. Good day.
But yeah, it's just RNG of hit, and it is hard to hit. But a mob that stands still will get hit less, Warren, than a mob that moves. That's why Blizzard on Baal sucks. Or Fissure. When they walk over. I can prove it through, I promise you, I guarantee you. Because if the mob is standing still, like Baal, and you fissure it, or Diablo, they just don't take damage really at all. And then when you have mobs walking over, they take tons of damage. Like speedrunning through time, Fissure and Blizzard work the same with the RNG patterns. Sorry, Jiraiya. Blizzard follows a grid-like pattern. Okay.
Impossible. Impossible.
At least I'm not a Titans fan this season. I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan, which really sucks right now.
Impossible.
Watching us waste away Dak's MVP talent and season because our defense is complete trash. Something else you need to do if there's no... Yeah, so if you haven't extracted the files, you won't have those folders. You can just create them. Literally just new folder HD, new folder global, new folder Excel, new... Right, like you can just make the folders, then make the text file.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
One to Blessed Aim's not that good.
Not enough mana.
That is also Battle Maid Serena right there, which is a great place to farm. So if you do need levels,
Not enough mana.
just get the waypoint out here. Reset the game. Come back in. Do it again. go more Vitality. I'm level 25, so I'm really fine. But if you're for some reason level like 21, 22, you may want to pick up a little bit more there. So in that case, you can always farm the Flare Jungle again. Great place to farm. Or you can come in here, farm stuff. But it's a good boss group there to farm. Can get some statics off, some Frost Novas. Just chain lightning through. And rinse and repeat as much as you would like.
Not enough mana.
But like I said, I'm 25 now, so I feel pretty good on my levels.
I can't carry anymore. I can't.
War Staff and a Jared Stone could be nice for us. 2 potential hits. Oh, that multi-shot hurts. I'll have to get our Mercenary back. Is Torchlight closer to D2R, D4? Closer to PoE. But it's a modern RPG, but pretty fun actually. If you go to ! Torchlight there and download it, I can give you a battle pass. Just send me a Twitch Whisper. I'll send it to you. Okay. We'll go down to players 1 for Travincal. We could stay a high players count if we want, but that does make it difficult, of course. And they heal each other, which can be annoying.
The temple's power is null. I can't.
Go ahead and put that on.
I can't carry anymore.
Grab the ruby. 1 to cold skills. Oh, with 4 to mana per kill, 16 to mana. Oh, 1 to lightning though. So this is 1 to chain lightning with 2 mana after each kill. I mean, this is more just 4 mana per kill, 16 mana. Dang, that's so tough. Oh, 1 to lightning skills. The biggest issue, man, both of those are so close. They just don't know what they want to be. They're both so very close. Like 1 to lightning skills does increase our static slightly, our teleport slightly, chain lightning and lightning. But I'm mostly just using that. Like they're both like close. I think I'm just going to stick here, even though I'm not really using the shield. If this had like a bunch of mana or something on it, I think I'd use it. But without all that. Thanks, Milk.
Moo.
Woo.
Thank you, F2, for the sub. Okay. Mephisto is pretty deadly, so be careful. Raging with 100 bones. Wow.
GG on the TZ Andy Griol.
Thank
Never let
you.
anyone say I'm not a man of my word, I've just been busy. I had to judge a competition for the best piece of neckwear. It was a tie.
Happy llama, sad llama, mentally disturbed llama, super llama, drama llama,
And
big llama,
Anonymous
mama
with
llama,
10
llama,
gifted
llama.
subs.
Who is this big llama? Starting
My
all the
goodness.
drama. It's me, bitch.
Thank you, Anonymous. And thank you to Raging. Shoutouts to you both. Wow. It was a tie. Truly awful. All right, let's go get a pike for Mr. Man here. 1 to cold damage does sound nice. Damage to demons also sounds nice. I'm going to grab the cold damage. Just such a big damage boost.
Not in town.
And I'll actually stay players 1 here. There's not a ton of great experience in this act, to be
I
honest.
need mana.
Plus, we're going to come up on
I can't.
Visual soon, and it's just like a lot of high HP monsters. Can be really annoying. How late will we be on? I mean, we'll be on for, what is it now? It's 8:53, 9, be on for a hot minute here. Maybe go to midnight, maybe a little later, we'll see.
I need mana.
Alright, where's Visual at? Right up here, right? No?
Impossible. I can't.
We'll come back. Oh, okay. There he is. Rare ring. Wow. A lot of stats. Not a lot of good ones.
Hail to you, champion.
Very sad. Oh wait, I guess we'll pick up the skill points, huh? Okay, we'll go 2 more points to lightning. We'll also go ahead and do Radamant now, just because skill points actually mean a lot on this character. Like some characters, skill points don't mean a lot because they're just so strong. They don't really need them essentially. Or the skill points, like some, you know, barbarian, and it's just like not that important. But for this character, there's a lot of skills that we need to put points into.
Not enough mana.
So we will get a Radamant kill. Thank you again, Raging and Anonymous.
I can't carry anymore.
Very, very kind of you guys.
What a misguided monster.
Yeah, Raging had a bet that I couldn't get the Terrazon Andy Grail done in under 65 hours. And I got a little lucky, I'm not gonna lie. I
Don't forget
thought
you primed people.
I thought you were ahead. I thought I would get there before 75. But when we had that death web left and like the Zachram shield and whatever, it was like, you know, one of these items is just going to be a pain and just be super annoying. And it's not going to happen. And then we had literally like a god day there. Hitting that death web was huge. Amaroon, that's lovely. So Amrune is the highest rune you can get from the Forge here. And of course, Amrune is used in Spirit, which I would love to have.
Not enough mana.
So just need Tal, Thol, Ort now. So yeah, when I hit that, I mean, once we had just had the, you know, Torch of Iroh left, we knew it was down to a couple hours. But even before that, with the Dragon Scale, I thought, this Dragon Scale, I have not seen a lot of Zakarum shields. So I was not 100% certain, even at that point, we were going to get it there. But Death Web plus Trangs plus Zakarum shield there, Dragon Scale, in one day was crazy. That did it. Because I thought until that point, 7 items left at like 50 hours or whatever. I thought, nah.
I can. I can.
You love a Death Web? You never played Poison Necro before? It's a fun one. Very fun build. I love Poison Necro.
Not enough mana. I need mana.
It's going to be a little spicy in here. I mean, I am playing a little bit aggressively, which is not helping the spice levels. You can definitely go a little slower through. But, okay, 3 sockets there.
Thanks.
But again, this is on players 1 even, you know. It's just a tough area. You thought the cold death fast was going to be 100 joules? We already were in the like 1% chance of having, like 0.1% chance of having found as many as we did without having found it. It made no sense. I was finding facets left and right. Yeah, that last day felt like the luckiest of all the days.
I need mana.
Even though, like, obviously Tutorial's Might and stuff was luckier, but that one just felt luckiest from getting all the things. Trying to sneak in the run late Sunday night so you don't get slap chops. What do you mean so you don't get slap chops? How would I get slap chops? This is... Oh my god. Actually, you know what? I'm going to buy that back and put it in my shield. Might as well take 8 all res while I can. There's no slap chops here. More chain lightning, more vitality. Put some more gems and runes, and this will be nice later on. Now Diablo, you need to be careful for that exact attack right there. It is physical and lightning damage. And it will kill you very quickly. And or your mercenary. Not really great boots, but I have nothing boots, so we can hold it. We can hold it. Why no boots? I just didn't find any boots. So I'll go ahead and start boosting up strength anyways. At this point, I am going to want more strength because Spirit is going to be... Now that we're in Act 5, anytime that I find a... We'll go Players 8. Anytime that I find a crystal sword, a broadsword, or a longsword here in Act 5, it will get 4 sockets with a couple of rare exceptions. But for the most part, they will get 4 sockets, so I can take that, socket it at Larzik, get 4 open sockets. That's what I mean by it can get 4 sockets. The ones from earlier weren't going to be as guaranteed. And then I can make my spirit sword, which will help a lot. Now, something as well that you can do if you want is a nice simple farm right here. Just come out, go to that waypoint, kill Eldritch. If there's another boss there, you can kill the other boss too. And then you can rinse and repeat. Do this as many times as you want.
Good afternoon.
We also hit a level up right there, so I'll go to strength, and we can put on some boots now. So this is one of my favorite places to level because it's just quick and easy and good experience. Dive in the middle for some good statics. Get the kill. It's also a great place to just get a bunch of money, which is really nice. So for many people, I recommend this. 9 life, sure. 19 light res, 6 poison res. Wow. Oh, that's tough. It's like just not quite good enough because I still like the 10 to energy surprisingly. But we'll hold it for later on when I don't care about the energy as much. Lions getting called for ghost penalties. They're trying to get their chiefs there, man. They're like, how are our chiefs losing? We gotta call even more egregious, crazy things. Ridiculous calls that don't exist. I am level 27. You can go here until 40, probably, if you want. Like, high 30s.
Good afternoon.
It is. So I'll just do one more and then we'll move forward. But just know that, like, it's great. This is really great. Really an easy place to pick up all that extra experience. And you may also find a white crystal sword or broadsword or longsword here as well. And then you can go socket that for 4 open sockets. We will save the barbarians. And I'll keep going strength as again, I do need to get my strength up to use those. A crystal sword needs 43 strength. The broadsword needs 48 strength. The longsword needs 55 strength and 39 dexterity. So depending which one, you know, you end up getting there a little bit, you're going to want to have a little bit of extra stats. Plus, I have that kite shield, which is 47 strength, and I need to be able to use that. So, you could also just shop a large shield for 34 strength. So it kind of depends what you want and find and everything. The Grail got. We did it.
I need mana. I need mana. Not enough mana.
Sometimes you'll see me open my inventory to teleport, or the other way, open my character screen or whatever. And that is because it actually increases the distance, nice, that you can teleport. Anything that has Magic Find early on, by the way, is really helpful. A little bit of Magic Find can go a long way when you're killing a bunch of stuff.
I need mana.
We will want to go save Anya.
I need mana.
So we'll leave a TP there.
I need mana. I need mana. I need mana. I can't.
I'm playing Torchlight 3. I'll be playing Torchlight Infinite. Is Torchlight 3 even out still, or did they take it down? They like tried to do stuff with it and it just didn't really go anywhere. But Infinite's done nicely. Is it worth self-wielding Infinity? Self-wielding Infinity is really nice. A little bit better on a Nova Source, but
I can't.
Good afternoon.
oops. Okay, and now we get 10 all res from doing that, which is really nice. So saving Anya, pretty much always a must. That's just so valuable, 10 all resistances. Do we skip Nilithak? Yeah, Nilithak doesn't really have much for us here. A personalization quest doesn't really do anything, you know. Okay, make sure you go down to players 1.
The ancients met.
Got a little knockback here. Interesting. And we'll go ahead and do a little static-y, Madoc-y. And this is, Madoc's got some nice light res, so it's definitely helpful to have a mercenary here. It's not fully required, but can be nice. Keep going chain lightning and keep going strength. Keep going, not chain lightning. We will put a point into lightning mastery now. The first point is 50% lightning damage. So a massive boost. Then every subsequent point is only, I want to say like 7% or something. 5%? 7%? One of the two. So not nearly as valuable. And, you know, we'll just want to keep going Chain Lightning after that, and then we can look. But even then, the synergies are 4% per level, so it's probably the best thing to add to actually second. You saw me 9 years ago and I still play D2? What else would I be doing? I guess Llama RPG you could be expecting. That's fair. It's not quite ready yet.
Not enough mana.
The big thing that you want to be looking for right now, besides that, you know, obviously the broadsword, crystal sword, longsword, is that level 30. Getting level 30 is going to be really nice. Again, a 50% lightning damage boost is just a massive boost. You're really going to notice that for your character. If you click on the bottom of your mana orbs and health orbs, that's how the text comes and goes. So you can turn it off and on. Yeah, Crescent Moon would be really nice, but that's going to be dependent on if we can get an Rune and Nightmare, which you never know. We'll go players 3 for wave 2. We'll go players 1 for wave 3. I'm also expecting to probably lose my Mercenary on wave 3. Just because Hydras absolutely obliterate Mercenaries. And we have the charge bolts from the council member too, so you have to be really, really careful with wave 3. And if you want, you can just drag him outside to have him die out here. Perfect. We'll go players 8 for wave 4. It's a really good wave to get a lot of experience on. Will I see what I get from Anya? Oh yeah, for sure. Now you can always save Anya for later to try and get something better, but since we'll have Spirit there, there's no reason to really. Thank you, the Roost. So we'll go check Anya and see if we can get like a 220 or something. Something to carry us over to the Spirit. And I'll go players 3 for the last wave. It can be a little tough. Now we can just do a lot of staticking and that can help a lot, so. Crescent Moon would be held by me. If your Mercenary holds it, it doesn't help you. Ow. Yeah, that'll hurt. That's one of the small issues with having a short static range. Is to get in range, you have to basically put yourself in death path. So this is why Nova's a little stronger for some of the things like this, just to help out. Alright, I gotta level up. I'm happy. We'll go to Baal. Yeah, they just hit so hard. And yeah, so the next, oh, it's 12%. Wow, that's higher than I thought. Okay, well, we'll keep going Chain Lightning, and then we'll go Lightning Mastery next. Get up on Baal and static him down. Remember that Baal is, you can static down to 1%, or 1 life, sorry, not even 1%, 1 life in normal, so, wow, another Amran. So you can really take advantage of that if you want. But, bingo, bango, bongo. Just like that. Normal is complete on your Chain Lightning Sorceress.
Salutation.
Let's take a look at our goodies. 50 strength required for that. Pretty nice. I'm at 40 now. I'll keep it for 32 light res, 17 fire res, 10 hit recovery. Better than what I have here. We can go up to 50 strength. Not a big deal. Let's go check what we get from Anya. She gives us a 20 FCR with 2 mana per kill. You know, I think that's worth it because it's also 39 to mana. 26 cold res. So, that's pretty nice. That'll get us at least a frame up. If you want to see the frames, you can always go to ! Guides there. Or I should link it down below for this. And you can just go, you know, Sorceress, Lightning Sorceress. And then I have all the frames right here. So 20%, 37. So right now we're at, oh wait, that is for regular breakpoints. Here's for the Lightning Chain Lightning. So right now we are at the 25% or this 23% breakpoint. So we'll be at 45, which will move us up 1 frame. If I can get 110 FCR ring, 52%. That would put me at 55. And then when I get Spirit Sword, hopefully we can get up to like the 78. That'd be really nice, but we'll need a couple like rings or something. So depending the jewelry, will be somewhere between these two. So quick review, we are level 31. Decent resistances. 50 base energy, 40 base strength right now. Again, I want to get this up to about 50 or so. Skills, we're just jamming Chain Lightning, rest in synergies, and then we'll go Lightning Mastery once Chain Lightning is maxed. And then 1-1 over there, 1-1 over here. Pretty basic. Pretty basic right there. One final thing I'll say, again, I talked about wanting to have a white broadsword, longsword, or crystal sword from Act 5. That would be lovely. I could use that for the socket quest. If you didn't get it now, you can always do normal cows. Any white crystal sword, broadsword, or longsword from normal cows will get 4 sockets from Larzik. So a nice, easy way to do that. Moving forward into Nightmare, I'm really just going to start trusting the longswords and broadswords because the crystal swords will start getting 6 open sockets once you get past kind of like the Black Marsh-ish area. So it can be a little bit tricky and risky sometimes there. So I'll really just look at the other 2, broadsword probably being my most preferred. Last thing is go up here, get our runes for Ancient's Pledge. Again, I don't have quite enough here for that yet. I also don't quite want to make it yet because I have Tau, Blank, Ort, Am. So I just need a Thol rune and I can get the Spirit going. And the Spirit is worth more to me than the Ancient's Pledge right now. But Ral, Ort, Tau will be our Ancient's Pledge as well. So that will be something we'll use there. And yeah, that's part normal. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I will get to part Nightmare here soon for y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube. Peace.